Next from Dakota First News, Native Americans protest at Pine Ridge just 5 days before the president is scheduled to arrive. Which towns are the smallest in South Dakota? Some unbelievable numbers for you. And our lead story tonight, severe weather hits the Eastern Empire hard during the overnight. Residents in one town say it was a tornado. These stories and more new at 10 from Dakota First News.
KSFY's Dakota First News Weekend.
If it would have touched down, it would have probably wiped out our houses, but we think that it was just hovering and it went up the main street.
A lot of nervous moments last night. Good evening from Dakota First News. Severe weather hits South Dakota again. In one town, they think they were hit by a tornado. Tonight, a story of a storm's wrath and the aftermath. New at 10, KSFY's Jennifer Hayes takes us to the damage. It's our 10 o'clock top story.
Home being thrown against our house. We didn't know what it was. I wasn't going to check it out.
Mary Jager's lucky to be alive. She was in her kitchen when the tree slammed down overhead. Late Friday night showers turned into severe weather. Now there's showers of sawdust. All day, neighbors have helped each other reduce the disaster scene in their yards.
I'm really just in awe of the force that it had to take to uproot, because it was a huge tree. I mean,
on what should be a relaxing holiday weekend, streets were buzzing with tree-filled trailers. The strength of the storm was evident, and so was the danger zone it left behind. These wires hang only inches from the ground.
It looks more like a battleground now than it does a playground. Residents say it had to have been a tornado that caused this much destruction, then headed for Main Street.
I hadn't seen any warnings, and we watch the weather pretty religiously this time of year, so yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere on us.
It chose its victims one by one. Winds ripped the face off this downtown building and left others untouched. Across the street, Richard Kleinjan cleans up his insurance agency property. It's something he's dealt with before.
We live here, have all our lives in South Dakota, and these things happen.
Residents have kept their sense of humor, and the helping hand is showing too. Jennifer Hayes, Dakota First News, Arlington.
Brookings wasn't left out either. 65-mile-an-hour winds whipped through the airport. They ripped the tin roof off a hangar, but amazingly left two planes inside untouched.
It's the first time anything like that has happened on this field. To that extent, we've had one of the other buildings, it looked like it overpressurized, and the nails are popped out. They're still sticking in the wood. And
incredible. The best news about all this is that no one was hurt in either town. In other news on this Saturday, Mets baking employees were sent into the